Hello everybody. Today I'm going to be showing you how to tie an egg sucking leech. I'm going to start out with a size 16 doohickey, just 1x strong, 1x long, with a Rivers Wild 3/32 gold bead. It's be brass, so it's not as heavy. Next I'm gonna put on some .015 lead-free round wire. Just pinch a little bit at the back and wrap it a little bit forward. I use my bobbin to break it off and cut that extra little tab. I like to smash it up there and make everything more uniform. Hey, that sticks down. Okay. So you want to stick that up there in the bead. Keeps the bead in place really well. Most of you guys will be watching this already know that. Then I'm going to take some 8/0 unithread, olive done. This is pretty much the only thread I use for most of my flies. It works great for nymphs and dries, and I really haven't bought any smaller thread than this. Just put a thread coat behind the lead wire. I don't quite like to work it to the bend of the hook. I like to keep it up forward a little bit. So it's just something, a personal preference. You can bring it down to about right here if you'd like to. I just think the more the fly is up on the shank of the hook, the less it'll get damaged just be from when you hook up. So there's no fly in the fish's mouth. I prefer doing a thread coat over the lead wire. It's not needed, but something I do every time. You want to build up a good slope up to that lead wire. And be careful with your hook point right there. So that'd be good. The first thing I'm going to tie in is the tail. And for that, I'm going to use some, about a third cape. Maybe a third cape, I don't remember how much it was. Olive with black tipped, there's a rabbit cape. I just take out, depends on the size of the fly. Since this is 16, I don't like to take too much. Need enough that whenever it slicks back, it's not just going to be a little needle size. You want a little bit more. I like it about that much. I cut it off fairly low from the cape. Pinch this end and pull out some of this other fuzzies. Measure that fuzz on there. That'd be good. In the camera, it looks like there's a lot more hair than there actually is. I apologize for audio and picture quality. I'm using my iPhone still. I haven't bought a camera. I still have using a shotgun shell box with duct tape pencils and duct tape to hold it up there. So you want a good tail. I like my tail about the same length as the hook. When it slicks down, it's only about that wide. So it looks a lot bigger until you get it in the water. The next, what I do is I take, get this out of the way. I take just olive rabbit fur dubbing. It's good stuff. It's got some guard hairs in it. And I take that and I mix it with caddis green ice dub. And not quite 50-50, but comes out a really good. Let me pull this out of the bag so you can see it better. Comes out a really good shiny mix. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that. So I'm going to dub my body with. I'd like to do small amounts, lightly dub it, and then work it up to how much I want it instead of putting too much and having to take dubbing off. It's much easier to put dubbing on than it is to take it off. Since the camera's in the way, I'm just going to move it the opposite direction. Just do a dubbing noodle. This thread is too small, for me at least, to split. That's why I don't do a split thread technique or anything with this type. Just bobbing in the right hand. Get this back to the base of the tail. I like to put it up there a little bit. Do a little bit more bulky, and it's not really tight on the thread. And I'll show you why I do that here in a minute. I need to order a tripod, so this will work better. I apologize for anything audio and picture quality wise. Do another good dubbing noodle. Pull it back and right there in front of the eye. Do a few wraps. It's a good body. See how I can do it with my fingers and I can loosen up some of it. It means that the thread's not holding on too much of it. So you can also tie in, before you dub the body, you can tie in a piece of gold wire. See if I have some left over. I don't. Just use some small chartreuse ultra wire. That's what I use sometimes. Basically what I'm making is one of these. I've tied a bunch of them so far, but this is one. Sorry, I lost track. This is one that I used wire on. You can't tell. That's why I really don't use wire unless I need some extra weight on it. I'm not too worried about that because I'm not in too fast water. Before I do the final whip finish and glue it, I like to take just a toothbrush. I don't have a dubbing brush yet, and get this bobbin out of the way. Let out some thread, do that, and you can brush it back a little bit. I'll do the first little ones, and then I stab like this, and that really pulls out the dubbing. You can do that a few times and it'll fluff it up really good, and then use your fingers and pull it all back. This is a really good fly for slower moving water, not too fast water. I don't know, the trout I've used it on, they don't mind it too bad. It's kind of hard to do with the camera right here at the fly. Like I've said before, I've never used a whip finish. I always use my fingers, which isn't something that surprising, but all the fly tying videos I see, people use whip finishers, which it makes a more reliable finish, but that's just how I do it. Now I'm just going to take some Zap-A-Gap. I really do not like this stuff, but I haven't emptied out my piggy bank for some loon yet. One thing I have noticed about this glue is it takes the gold finish off these beads. It becomes silver, which doesn't bother me too much. I just use the gold beads because that's what I had. I put too much glue on there. There you go, finished product. It's a good fly for pretty much everything we do. You can tie them in a whole range of colors. Just a natural brown, and one with ice dub and chartreuse tail. I got one with polar dub, chartreuse tail. Another brown one. Yeah, like I said, it doesn't really matter. Colors can go any which way. You can do anything. I like to do a red-tailed with an olive body. That one works pretty well for me. Well, hope you guys liked the video. Please comment and like and subscribe and give me any tips and hints and everything. Thank you.